All right, everybody, welcome back to the Kizza Podcast Show. This is part 2 of my interview with the rapper, hip hop artist Ali Cashius Jr.
Let go.
Check it
Ride
out.
the rhythm of my heart of regularity. Just a moment of clarity, that's for therapy. Mirror me, I'm Ali, dancing in front of Foreman. Talking to the spirit of my brother Paranorman. Okay, listen, the melody so important. Love, hate, and jealousy, Pippen and Michael Jordan. Deciphering the messages, salty and they subliminal. Defiant on the shoulders of a giant and they minuscule. Feel like Pops in the 80s with a side chick. Tater tots, I'm Napoleon's sidekick. Me and Pedro connected like Lego. Hit that borinquen, papi, I spit that fuego. No commodity, flirted with that sobriety. Drunken like I'm Noah the Balboa, I'm the prodigy. Unshaven with my beanie on, practicing poetry and pistols. I'm powerful, ain't an accident. And the little pack, and then you just go.
You just go.
Yeah. And then, like I said, and then for me, the reason I tell y'all like Puerto Rican Yemeni makes it even more complicated because how you gonna market me, bro? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
That's facts.
Yeah, basically, like as a Puerto Rican, or I know, like when I talked to you, like you wanted to ask me something about, you know, like being a Latino, you know, doing music, things like that, right?
Right.
And then, like I talked to you, like I said, it don't really matter for me, like, you know what I mean? I know what I am, like, you know what I'm saying? So when I look at a black person, I'm like, okay, well, yeah, we got a lot in common. We got the same genetics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I look at you, you speak Spanish. My grandma didn't even speak English. She only speaks Spanish. You know what I'm saying? But if I was a record company, right, and I had to choose this guy, you know, let's just say this white guy or this black guy, right, or this mixed guy who's Muslim, who you gonna, you know, even if I'm the best option, like music wise, you know what I'm saying, the label's not gonna fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the same reason why Colin Kaepernick don't play in the NFL.
Got you.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You can sign me, but who if I say, like, I got a song on my album, it's called Bismillah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all it means is, you know, God is great, right?
Right.
But if I put that out, like these, you know, these white labels, they're not gonna let me push that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
exactly.
Yeah. So being independent is really the only way that I can do it. And that's going to be a big struggle, like as a rapper or as a rapper that speaks Spanish. If you do music in Spanish, like the American mainstream, even though the United States is, I think it's like it's like the largest country in the world for Spanish speaking people. You know, like where like, you know, obviously besides like Mexico, stuff like that, but it's one of the biggest countries in the world for Spanish speaking people. So like the music industry, like it's not, there's not a lot of like famous, you know, like people that speak Spanish.
Right.
And I said, and I don't like using the word Latino because it'll take away from your, like, where's your family from?
Mexico.
Mexico? Where in Mexico?
Well, yeah, most of my family's from Sinaloa.
Sinaloa? Oh. Tengo miedo, man.
Yeah,
Don't play with Maricela. So,
yeah, right now it's a mess over there.
Yeah, hey, that's all right.
Talk about it.
Hey, I'm sorry, right? But like, so if this is the thing, like in America right now, right? You have all this talent. If you know, if they wanted to market you, then you wouldn't be Maricela, you would be Mary, right? And you know, it's that kind of thing. Like Roberto Clemente was a famous baseball player from Puerto Rico,
right? And
he was black. Like, you know, but like I said, we're black. We're Puerto Ricans. We're from the Caribbean islands. We're from slave trade, all that stuff. And some people believe like it wasn't even a slave trade. Some people just believe like, you know, there were just black people already.
Yeah, I guess only way
it
over
down.
Here.
You know, I'm not going to get into that, but you know, I'm talking about like the Moors and everything. So, so like when he came to the United States, the white reporters kept calling him Bob. You know what I'm saying? So like he had baseball cards that said Bob Clemente.
Right.
Like look at like Richie Valens, like the kid who did the La Bamba song. Like he was family's from Mexico. Like what is Valens?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I know some people with that name now,
Right.
But that wasn't his last name. Like, you know, they have to market you and package you a certain way, and then like the lighter you are, you know, you got a better opportunity. And then so for me as an Ali, like I got like, you know what I mean? You gotta fight the whole thing. And then also you gotta remember, bro, that anything that's not, you know, like if it's not white, it's not right. You know what I'm saying? And then like, especially if you're black, then they'll gladly give you that record deal, but they're gonna give you a record deal as a rapper. They're not gonna give you all these other executive roles, and they're still like, it's just the system's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? The system's fucked up, and the stereotypes are fucked up.
Right.
Yeah.
And like I said, we can go there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care, but yeah, bro. So it's just one of those things. Like if you're a minority, and you know, if you're a little black baby, if you're a little Puerto Rican, Mexican baby, like if you're a parent and you have kids that are minorities that you're sending out in the world, whether they want to do music or work at a corporation like a bank or something like that, you better teach your kids like the real shit, like what's going on, because it's culture shock, bro. Like, you know, even for myself, like I have to try not to look scary. Like
I got you.
You get what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know. Like I think I look handsome as fuck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? but when they see us, like they're like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're like, ooh, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, bro.
Prejudice and stereotypes and
Yeah.
I mean, especially right now, how things are.
Yeah.
I mean, it's. I feel uncomfortable going to like the east side of Phoenix sometimes, just because there's so many white people, and you don't know if you're gonna. I mean, Arizona in general is a Republican state, so it's like it's hard to just go somewhere without feeling uncomfortable when there's like a lot of
and so
white wealthy people around.
Yeah, so
judging.
The thing too is like for myself, I have like some of the dopest people I know are white, and you know, and so I don't like, you know, I don't mean it to sound like, you know, white devils, and I'm not coming from that angle, but what I'm saying is like the system that we use, you know, with law enforcement, with corporate jobs and things like that, it's designed to not help us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
exactly.
Yeah, and I think that one of the problems is like I said, there's so many problems, bro. But number one, the system, well, especially you see now, like they're deporting people that got papers, right? I don't know if you heard, but like they just tried to take Jackie Robinson off the the website for the United States military. Like, I think
Smithsonian.
Well, he served in World War II.
Exactly.
And they're like, well, it's a DEI initiative. So basically, they're trying to wipe away our history.
Right.
So I don't care. Like, and now this is another disconnect that I've observed between like a lot of Latinos and a lot of black people, right? A lot of Hispanic people, like they come to the U.S. and they're just like op energy. Like, you know, I don't know who you are, but I'm trying to get this money. So you stay over there. I'm gonna go over here and get this money. It's like tension between like black and Hispanic, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you look at like what's happening right now, so one's being deported, mass deportation with papers for black people. They're literally trying to wipe slavery out of the fucking history books. So like, because they don't want like their kids to feel bad. But in reality, what they're doing is they're wiping away your accomplishments. You see what I'm saying? Because they're not doing it to nobody else, right?
Exactly.
And so those are the things you got to look at. Like, and then if you're a Latino that comes to the United States, you need to know, and somebody needs to tell you that black people built America. So slavery is what, like all these big companies like Coca-Cola, Procter and Gamble, like, you know, they had fucking 500 years of free labor, bro. You know how rich I would be if I had somebody work for me for free for 500 years, and then they just built up, fucking picked enough cotton to, fill up like 25 stores with Nike and all these different name brands. And so like a lot of people, like when they come to the US, because TV, like the media, when you think of like America the Great, right? You think of like, some clean white guy, like, look, America's awesome and whatever. But in reality, it's always been the minorities that's been building it up. You know what I'm saying? They
Right.
built it from the bottom up. And then the same goes if you watch the news and you're like, oh, well, these Mexicans are taking over. And I'm like, nah, bro, this was Mexico, G. You know what I'm saying? Arizona belonged to Mexico. Mm-hmm. Texas, Cali, Nevada, it all was Mexico before.
Yeah.
And then, so if you like go online and look up like what Manifest Destiny is, have you heard of that?
Yeah, Manifest Destiny. Yeah.
It's what
Brigham Young.
Yeah, it was what they used to basically take the land, to go to war. Mm-hmm. They believed that it was God's will. It was their destiny to control this part. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then once they got the land, then that's when they, okay, well, we'll use these Chinese people to build our railroads and you know what I'm saying? And so they're trying to like wipe all that out so it doesn't show, but like on my way up here, I had to drive past Indian school. I know why the street's called Indian school.
Educate me.
You know what an Indian school is? Mm-mm. So like when they were like colonizing and shit, like basically, the Native American people that were here already, they were trying to strip them of their language. They wanted them to assimilate, right? So same thing like when they brought slaves over from Africa. Mm-hmm. If you speak in your native tongue, I'm gonna whoop you, right?
Got you.
What's your name? You say that African name, wow, they're gonna whoop you, right? Just to make an example out of you, whatever. Mm-hmm. That's what they were doing to Native Americans. So they were trying to get them to assimilate. Yeah. So they had these things called Indian schools where they would send them, like
to learn English,
to accept Jesus Christ.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying? And,
yeah.
And it's and like a lot of those kids just died, disappeared. I'm sure they were raping the shit out of them, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yep, exactly.
And then you don't have no rights, you don't have no voice. So what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? So like I said, there's just a lot of things like you have to know the history of this country, like, so that way when you teach your kids the history, so when they are in those rooms, like how you said, it makes you feel uncomfortable when you go to certain places. But in reality, you should feel like, nah, bitch, I belong. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not Mexican, but if I was Mexican, this shit was mine before my
exactly. That's what I always be saying, man. This was Mexico before, man. I just feel like all they're doing, even though they're crossing the border, like they're just coming back to where their ancestor was from, man. That's how I look at it. Like, ancestry, this was their land as well.
Yep.
So
yep.
I think things would be a lot different if whites realized that they're actually are becoming a minority. Because, I mean, the only reason why Latinos are considered white is so whites don't become a minority, even
on
though,
the
like,
census.
in reality, yes,
Mm-hmm.
even in general. So, if you look it up on the internet, like, it looks like the whites are primarily all over the U.S., but in reality, they're not.
So like, for myself, if you had to ask me like, hey, are you white or black? Okay, I'm just black, bro. Like, they don't know the difference anyways. Like, unless I say something in Spanish, then they're like, oh, okay, you're light-skinned Drake. You know what I'm saying? but in reality, like, what it is that you are. That's why I was saying, like, I'll never say like I'm Latino, like, because that's a way for them to just group you into a big lump, right? Mm-hmm. But in reality, what is Latino? Like, it just means you speak Latin. Mm-hmm. Latin is just a language, right? So, you speak English, you're not English, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's one of those things, like, so they don't have to acknowledge your culture. You know what I mean? Like no, like, I'm from Sinaloa, boom, toma, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, take that, like, bitch, that's where I'm from. Like, it's in it, like, I'm not, Damn, bro, I'm sorry, y'all. Like, I'm not trying to like start no shit or nothing. I'm just
No, man, speak your mind, man. This is what the platform is for, man.
But like, I'm just gonna be real with y'all. Like, you know, what you was talking about with the census, right? So you're saying like, what's the number, or like basically, if they can put all three of us in a room and they can put 2 black, 1 white, or they can say, well, you're lighter than him, so 2 white, 1 black. And then on the census, it gives that you know, oh, well, there's 70% white and 30% black. Or, you know, however they want to do that. But you're going to see right now with these deportations. So the deportations don't make sense, right? You're deporting people that are here legally. Why? Why do you think that abortion was such a big deal? Do you think it was because of religion? Do you honestly think that the people that voted for the guy who got found liable for rape care about religion?
No.
Like, think about it. Like, if you voted for the guy who basically has been raping, he has lawsuits for not renting to black people in New York. Like, so he's a documented racist. Like, period. All right. And then you see the shit that he's said, like publicly said. So, but I'm not going to argue with no one about whether he's racist or not. You know, I don't care. I'm just telling you, the paperwork says rape. The paperwork says didn't want to rent to black people. It's documented. So you can't argue with facts, right? So not feelings, just facts.
Right.
So you take that, you understand that's what kind of person that they voted in. That's what they wanted. So does that moral character line up with someone who is, let's just say, you're overly religious, Christian, whatever, abortion is bad, right? Well, think about it. It's not about abortion and religion and Christianity. That's just a way to tie it together. But the thing is that, you know, so my wife is from Detroit. She, you know, I brought her with me, you know what I'm saying? So
right.
So my wife's black. My babies are Puerto Rican black babies. They're just black babies, right? So if we went somewhere like the East Side, right, and let's just say my wife's pregnant and then this white woman's pregnant, right? If my wife had an abortion tomorrow, do you think that they would be upset that the baby inside died because the baby had a life and all this shit and the spirit or whatever you want to say? Do you think that's what it is? So okay, look at this. If white women are going to college, right? Let's just say 3 out of 5 white women are, you know, because women are way more educated now than they were before because they have more opportunities. They can go to school. They can do all this stuff, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
So if you know, this white woman, 3 out of 5, let's just say white women are going to go to college. Well, if I was a father and my daughter was in college and some dude knocked her up, and she got like another year to finish, I'm like, how many weeks? You don't think that they're gonna just cash app her and be like, yo, go zap that shit out of you? Right?
Yeah.
So the reason why abortion is such a big deal, bro, is because they don't want white women having abortions. You got to think that there's how many illegal people coming over, crossing over illegally, right? And if that's why he started calling like the children of immigrants anchor babies. Like if this is what they're afraid of. So if 3 women come over and get pregnant, well, they're fucking stay at home moms. They're coming from Mexico, so they're still old school traditional women. Their husbands are gonna work and they're gonna make babies and cook dinner and, you know, like old school. But our women, when I say our women, our American women, they're gonna go to college. They're gonna go to LA and do auditions, right? They're gonna pursue their dreams. These women, their dream is to have a husband, get D on a regular, and take care of their kids, right? So how are you gonna sustain your spot when you have black people pumping out babies? You got Puerto Ricans pumping out babies, Jamaicans pumping out babies, Mexicans pumping out crazy babies, like, and then 3 out of every 5 white women are going to college. You see what I'm saying? So it's like one of those things, bro, where you know, like this is the writings on the wall. So abortion's illegal, so you can't get rid of those kids, right? So that's going to slow down the abortion rate. It already has. And then you're kicking people out by the bulk. You know what I'm saying? The only thing they don't realize is that they're basically like ruining the country. You're ruining the economy because, you know, like they know that they already knew where everyone that was illegal was, bro. Like our economy is based on it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you go to any hood in Phoenix and, you know, you already know like these stores where they sell boots and these grocery stores with all the, you know what I'm saying? Those are catered to Mexican people, like, or to Latinos or to, you see what I'm saying? It's those businesses thrive. That economy thrives. If somebody's illegal, let's just say they're illegal and they go to work, then they pay taxes. They don't get to claim at the end of the year. So the government's just taking that, taxing that money. Then they take their check and then they pay the fee to the bank. And then they go and then spend it. Buy a car, put gas in your tank, go buy groceries, clothes. And then you're just basically just, the economy's booming. Like, you see what I'm saying? So they know that. That's why you can be illegal and get a fucking EIN, like a number to do taxes. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. Like it's, come on, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think that I don't know where people got the idea then undocumented people did not pay taxes. I mean, like you pay taxes when you buy groceries. You're paying taxes with every purchase you're making. So it's like not even with. I mean, we're not talking about like regular taxes, but they're still getting their taxes taken out of their paychecks, like you said, and everything. So it just kind of blows my mind that just because somebody said something, oh yeah, it must be true.
Yeah, and
it's just crazy.
You would think like, oh well, they're you know, killing our economy and they're using up all the welfare and stuff, but nah, bro. The biggest who do you think is, which group do you think is the biggest recipient of welfare and WIC and all these programs?
White people,
yeah, because they're the biggest population.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So
it's good for them to get the handouts, but it's not good for people of color to get the, you know. I wouldn't even necessarily call it handout, you know, because it's social services at the same time that's needed. Yeah, right.
And the thing too is like a lot of like white people, like I don't fault them for thinking what they think because they don't know. And the reason like I give them that pass on that part is because like TV and media. So like if you know we're gonna go to do like a movie role, right? She wants to audition. If they say they want I want a Mexican guy or a guy that speaks Spanish, and I want a black guy, right? What role comes to your head right away? What do you think they're gonna use this for?
Minorities.
I
mean, usually you see.
We're not gonna say babies. What are we gonna do? We're gonna tear some shit up, right?
Right.
We're gonna come and we're gonna we're gonna be arrested. We're gonna be the criminal in Law and Order. If they get locked up, that's me.
Yeah.
Like you know, so like the media,
maids.
Yeah.
The mechanics.
The mechanics. Yeah.
Yeah. The mainstream.
No engineering jobs or nothing like that.
No, hell no.
Nope.
Yeah, the mainstream idea, like, and I'll give you an example. So for yourself, like, let's just say you start this job tomorrow at a fancy business, right? And I tell you, I work with you, right? And I say, hey, our regional executive is coming tomorrow, right? And I don't tell you his name or nothing. In your head, when I say the regional manager is coming, like, what do you see?
A white man.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Why? Because you've already been conditioned.
Yeah.
So you see what I'm saying? So you even, it's so bad that you've even been conditioned to not even expect great things from yourself. You get what I'm saying? So like, so when you see us killing each other and doing all this stupid shit, like we don't even expect greatness from ourselves. We expect greatness from other people because we don't feel wanted. We don't feel welcome. We don't. You know what I mean?
Well, I feel like it's slowly changing. I mean, in the film industry, I have noticed more Latinas getting more roles. And I think it's more of a women's movement than in general about like ethnicity. because I feel like women are helping a lot of women out in the film industry more, especially after the Me Too movement and all that stuff. And I mean, I've seen a lot more Latinas have main roles, principal roles. I mean, the I forget her name, but the one that did the Marilyn Monroe movie, she's Latina. And even the girl that recently did the Snow White movie, she's not white. And a lot of people was like a controversy about that. I don't think she's Latina, but I know she's not white. And a lot of people were upset about that.
Well, that's the thing. Like, well, it's hard. It's I don't know, because like Zoe Saldana.
She struggles to me with her racial identity.
She's just won. Yeah, she just won an Academy Award. Or no, was it like what was it?
But think about it. They use her. So her Rosario Dawson. You know who Rosario Dawson is?
Yeah.
She was. But yeah, like he got game. Like, so certain roles. If you're Afro Latina, right? If you're Caribbean, black Caribbean, well, what do you do? Like, are you gonna take a role? They're gonna ask you to play a black woman. So now, are you taking a role from what could have been a black actress, or are you you get what I'm saying? Like, where's the line? And the reason why it's like that is because we're not valued to begin with. Right. So we wouldn't have to like fight for opportunities if we were valued. If people knew what their worth was. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, everybody's trying to assimilate to fit into a system, but in reality, like, you are a fucking system.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just one of those things. Like, you have to know your worth and just build your own fucking brand, and they'll make roles for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? And if they don't do, what's his name? Ryan Coogler, or I don't know if I'm butchering his last name, but the dude that made Black Panther. And he does all the movies with Chadwick and Michael B. Jordan. Yeah. He started making his own fucking bangers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see.
So, like, yeah, do you got to do your part, get those roles, but like now you got to, okay, like, I'm going to audition, but when I'm not auditioning, I'm going to make my own shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how we kind of gotta. You have to build up your own.
Yeah, I mean, Dwayne Johnson did the same thing because he didn't like the film industry making him like thinner, because he's like, you're too big for movies. So he lost a lot of weight at one point, a lot of muscle, and after he made a few movies, he's like, you know what, he started his own production company and started making his own movies because he wanted to be however he wanted to be. Yeah.
Exactly.
And look, he's another one. Do you know what race he is?
He's Samoan? No, he's from...
He's like half and half, I think. I think his dad is...
New Zealand, right?
So like his dad is... I think his dad is black, or his dad's like half black and Samoan. I don't know, but he's mixed though.
Yeah.
And that's the thing too with like, put him in a role. Like, if he wasn't who he is, then, you know, he would have to assimilate, like, okay, you're going to play a black man, you know, which I'm sure he has, like, and he could, I mean, he's black, right? But I'm saying, like, that's how it is. Like, okay, what are you? So that way we can peg you as this, and then, you know, the people can watch the movie and not be wondering. But he made built his own brand, his own identity. So now you're going to get The Rock. You're just going to get The Rock. Like, it doesn't matter what role it is, it's The Rock. Like, he owns that shit. And, like, that's how we got to be with it. The Rock did it. I said Ryan Coogler. There's a bunch of cast that are doing it. It's the same with the music business, too. Like, if they don't want to make a lane for you, like, that's what I'm realizing for myself. Like, what do I really need, bro? Like, if I got access to social media in the studio, like, I don't need your cosign or validation. I'm just gonna put the shit out, and you know what I'm saying, it's gonna. But I feel you though. For women, it's harder, and it's just a lot of obstacles, and it's I don't know, man.
Yeah,
it's just a lot of bullshit we got to deal with. And,
yeah,
you know, you got to like kind of reinvent the wheel.
Even like the Princess of Duchess, you know, I forget her name, but she struggled a lot in the beginning of her career as an actress because she's half white and half black, and they couldn't find roles for her. So her first like role in a film, like I think it was a short film, she was like the hot bartender. She didn't even have a line. Like I think maybe she had one line, and then she was able to get into Suits, which was her
breakout.
Kind of like her breakout role. I think it was the only series she really made before she married.
Well, like
to royalty.
You see, what's his name? What's my boy's name? Idris Elba. Yeah, so he's supposed to be. They were talking about him being James Bond, and he would be perfect because he's British. He's got the fucking swag. The women love him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and he's badass. He'll whoop your ass. But everybody, as soon as it was mentioned, like, oh no, you can't do that. Like you're gonna. And I get it too, because if I was white, and I'd be like, "Fuck, bro, you taking all our heroes and shit." Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And then like and maybe to that extent too. Like I said, if I was white, I'd be like, "Oh hell no." But you don't have to be James Bond. You can just make your own. You know what I mean? You can just make your own version. You know what I'm saying? James Bond was a story written by a dude, a military.
Yo, before we get you out of here, you got anything you want to say in Spanish to Hispanic community?
Yeah, I guess like I do want to say
You can speak it in Spanish if you want to, actually.
Mira, tú quieres que lo diga en español. Yo, so I want to give it to you in Spanglish, right?
There we go.
Okay.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Lo que voy a decir, especially like for anybody that's an artist, you know what I'm saying, whether it's music or acting or whatever. Be yourself. Always be yourself. And always find ways to implement your culture and identity into whatever you're doing. So don't try to like assimilate to a point where you lose like your sense of identity. And I think you'll be fine. And then also like for my Puerto Rican or Mexican and Dominican, any rapper, if you rap in English, like you deserve an opportunity, but also remember that like this hip hop came from New York, but like a lot of that city, like a lot of that is black culture. So like if you're gonna jump in that lane, you need to acknowledge the people that were here and the contributions and you need to just be mindful of those things. I feel like a lot of people aren't, like, they don't acknowledge that.
Yeah.
Like they're just like, I'm just doing me. Like, nah, bro, look at how you're dressed. Like you see what I'm saying? Like your swag, you know what I mean? Like everything. So you really like pay homage to your culture, pay homage to the cultures that started the shit, pay homage to the people like that are doing it.
Yep.
And build your own path, build your own lane. But just be mindful of your surroundings, be mindful, be careful. Bro, shit, you already know, bro. Cuidadito, papi. Okay? Es lo que te voy a decir. Cuidado, watch your back.
And where can we get your music? So you're on Apple Music, and so you're on Spotify and all the other good stuff?
Yep. So you guys can find me on Apple Music, Spotify, Instagram, Ali Cashius Jr, CASHIUS space Junior JR. Yeah, man, come fuck with me. It's just real life music.
Your social medias, they can find you on Instagram, under the same name, Ali.
Everything's the same.
Okay.
That's another thing I learned. Keep your name the same. So
yeah,
because you put an underscore in that bitch, they ain't nobody gonna find you. So.
That's facts.
Yeah, man.
That's facts.
No, I appreciate you guys having me, man.
Thank you so much.
Yo, absolutely. We appreciate you coming out, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It's okay, my friend. Mira, mami. Por tenerme aquí contigo. You know? Yeah, man.
Yeah, we appreciate it all, man.
This was fun.
Yeah. Hey, it's real talk, man. I hope I don't get y'all in trouble.
Nah, no trouble at all. Absolutely. All right, guys, thank you for coming out and hanging out with us. No doubt. This is my guy here, Ali. Go check out his music, Ali Cashius Jr. He got some great songs out. Go check out that song on Instagram. Try to ban too. No justice, no peace. Turn it up loud. Turn up on 10. Bump it. Jam it. You know what I mean?
Let's make it viral.
Yeah, he got a new song coming out too, or if it's already out already, Moonlight. So go check that one out too. Exactly.
And on the 25th.
Oh, yeah. On the 25th, we dropping Ring the Alarm. Yep.
Ring the alarm.
Bangers, man.
No doubt. All right, y'all. We catch y'all later. Thank you for coming out tonight. See you later. Peace.
Hey.